Hey guys, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. I want to do a vocal coach reacts to Chris Cornell, and I chose Audioslave Cochise because I think that's one of his toughest tunes to do. I think Say Hello to Heaven. There's a couple other ones. In fact, I did on YouTube this song as well as like a medley, and I also did Casino Royale. So if you get a chance, I'll have my associate Bob put that in the description so you guys can just click on it and see my versions of it. But I wanted to do this and talk about Chris because, you know, what an incredibly talented dude, man. And what a great loss to all of us in the rock world, in the whole world, actually. But so anyway, I want to do a takedown of kind of what he did here in Cochise, and we'll just do it first, and I'll try to stop it a step at a time, and we can discuss it as we go. Here we go. I moved it all the way up to just before the vocal, so here we go. Okay, right out the gate, I mean, he just goes full bore, you know. I've been watching while you've been coughing. Right, he just, bam, right out the gates, just hitting it. Now, what's really important about this, by the way, if you notice, you know, I'm not hoarse, and I've been singing a lot today already. I did 3 vocal lessons and an hour warm-up before I did this, and the Disturbed video just before this one. But if you notice, he has a certain kind of compression that he uses. And he uses what I've been teaching you guys. And by the way, I have a singing course called How to Sing Better Than Anyone Else. And I walk you through step by step how to get this kind of distortion. But it's not something you can do right away. It's something you have to build up to, okay? So anyway, you use open throat technique. So ah, ah, ah. You build up that ah vowel first. While I've been watching, while you've been coughing. Right? It's kind of like Dio did the same thing. Dio had a very similar distortion. So as you go through, you're going to hear that he's able to control this distortion, and it's not shredding his vocal folds, okay? That's really important. So let's continue. Here we go. Okay, now there's an illusion that he's just blood-curdling, just shouting at you, right? That's not really what's happening. He's actually compressing there. Go and save yourself! Take it out on me! He's compressing the air. He's not like screaming at a baseball game. He's pulling back the air and compressing the air. And I'm going to bet that he did an hour's worth of vocals before this, and he worked up with a clean tone first, and then at the clean tone, he started to lean in the sound a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until he was able to achieve this kind of distortion safely, okay? This is really important. Excellent. Okay, now one other thing. Now we discussed in the last video that I did, the Disturbed video, how most modern singers cover the sound, and he was from that era, right? So I'm not a martyr, I'm not a prophet, right? So he's covering the sound, and in order for him to get up top, like he, you know, like Say Hello to Heaven and some of the other songs where he goes higher, you've got to be able to open up that sound. It's just too covered, it's too dark. So I would sing it, I'm not a martyr, I'm not a prophet. I would open up that sound. I wouldn't cover that sound, because the more you cover the sound, the less range you're going to get out of it. So let's continue. Here we go. Now, you know, I'm not a modern. I got to remind you guys, this requires a tremendous amount of abdominal strength, okay? Because if it didn't, it'd be, I'm not a modern. It'd have a real weak, anemic, weak sort of sound. So you've got to get that roaring lion out of the sound. I'm not a martyr. I'm not a prophet. And then you got to relax and release between the phrase. You can't keep the stomach tense. You got to release between, I won't drink to you. Whatever the other lyric is. Sorry about the misquote on the lyric. But so you've got to release and relax between each phrase. Otherwise, you're not going to have the strength to finish the song. Okay? Very, very important. I cover all this in my singing course. Here we go.
Take it on me. Don't save yourself. Take it on me. Yeah. If you want.
I love it. Drown if you want. All that use of air. So he's kind of really setting you up for something, right? So we're going to come into the famous scream here. And I do this, Bob, okay, so I'm going to, again, like I said, I'm in the description tag. I'm going to put my version of this so you can hear it. And then Bob, if you could also put my version of Casino Royale, so because I do another scream at the end of that, where it's very similar in nature in how you achieve this scream. He's going to give us the famous scream, right? I want you to listen to my version because I'm going to tell you about how to achieve this in a minute. Here we go.
I'll see
In the bottom. Killer. On to the end of the chorus, right? Okay, so when you hear my scream, I want you guys to understand something. It's not like you think. It's actually relaxing the vocal folds and the false folds. Hey! And then you're gonna allow them to relax and vibrate even more as you get into the sound. He's not killing it and blood curdling screaming. He's actually getting into a state where once that distortion is started, he starts to relax into that sound, and then the distortion just takes over, kind of like the Roger Daltrey scream and some of the other ones. So check out in the description tag my version of this so you can see how I walk through how I sing this, because I add Show Me How to Live and some other stuff in a medley. But then also check out the end scream of Casino Royale that I did of Chris's version as well. All right, you guys, thank you for joining me. Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. Until next time, peace out. Hey guys, if you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to get notified when I have a new cool video come out, you need to go to my channel and click on this little bell icon, and it will actually notify you every time I have a video come out. Thanks, guys.